Alright, hi guys. Sorry if it's a little bit noisy today. I couldn't find a better sort of time to record this. I am just walking down a main road right now, so apologies for that. But earlier today, we had our first big spell of rain. Yeah, for pretty much this entire summer, because the UK has had quite a significant number and quite intense heat waves this summer. I think we're on 5 now, which is utterly ridiculous. And we've just had so little rain that all of the grass and that is dying, basically. It's gone that horrible yellow colour, the sort of yellowy light brown colour. But we finally got some rain this morning. It's obviously, as you can see, way hotter again now, way clearer skies. But we got some rain finally. And it was in the morning, it was right while I was setting off for work. And I was thinking, I don't really want to take a jacket because it's meant to clear up later, it was forecast to clear up later anyway. And it would literally only be for that one journey in the morning. And also most of the time I would be either on the bus or waiting in a bus shelter where there is shelter. So I didn't think it was going to be necessary. So as soon as I set off, I did a sort of half run, half walk, because I didn't want to get myself too wet first thing in the morning. But actually I remembered something I thought about quite a while ago, is that rain is actually so cool. It's awesome, the fact that it's made of water. Because water is literally, the best liquid there is. It's the ultimate thing ever, right? It's the most useful thing that we could possibly ever have. And also, rain, this thing that, loads of people hate because it means, you go outside, you get wet, you can't do a load of stuff. All of that sort of stuff. It's, the least consequential liquid that could possibly be rain, right? And obviously I'm aware of acid rain and all of that sort of stuff. But normal rain, the rain that you get just all of the time as part of the water cycle, is water, right? And that's awesome. Because, like I said, water is just the best liquid. It's literally what we use for washing ourselves. Basically every living animal that cleans itself at any point does so with water. It's the most neutral substance, right? So the pH scale of things that are really acidic, and then the other side of it, things that are really alkaline. And then water is right in the middle. It's a literally perfectly balanced substance. Not to mention you can drink it, and it's also the best drink as well, other than maybe JD and Coke, but that's just my personal preference. But objectively speaking, water is about as good as a drink gets, especially when it's cold. That is just the heaven, right? And it's so cool because it's everywhere. There is so much of it on the planet. 71% of the surface of the Earth is made up of water. That's awesome. And I've talked about this to some people before, right, who have very intelligently pointed out the fact that the reason that we get rain in the first place is because it's water, right? And that's just how water works, The fact that the temperatures that we get on Earth are right around the right temperatures for both boiling and then condensing water, and also for freezing it and melting it, of course. But the fact that we can get that range of temperatures on this planet and have this water cycle is part of the properties of water. But again, that just makes it even better, right? Because it's so versatile. You can use it for so many things. You can not just use it for washing your body, you can use it for washing clothes, and you can use it for washing food, right? You get an apple or something, or whatever kind of fruit. You just rinse it off before you eat it. How many other liquids could you do that with, right? And so yeah, when it rains, yes, it's a bit inconvenient and you get a bit wet, but imagine if it was literally any other liquid, right? I mean, you don't really have to imagine this does happen sometimes, but if it was some kind of acid, that would be horrific, right? Falling on the sky, dissolving a load of stuff, dissolving your skin, that would be really unpleasant. If it was wine, for example, obviously it would be fun when it rains because you could just go around drinking it, from the sky. But then on the other side of that, if it gets all in your light coloured clothes, it's a real pain to wash out. And if you get a liquid stain on your clothes, right, what do you use to wash it? You use water, right? You put it in water, you use probably soap and stuff as well, but the main thing is you apply water to it. So not only does water not create a problem if it gets on you or stains you, it sort of actively improves the problem, like provides a solution, because it can help clean. And obviously it can get dirty, right? Obviously, clean water is still a big problem in like a lot of the developing world, but we found solutions for that, right? We've been able to purify seawater, get all the salt out of it, which makes so much more water accessible. And in places of the world where you can't easily get clean water, people are like digging wells and things like that, and finding coming up with these like scientific methods to like purify water and make it more suitable for drinking. And like we've built all of these incredible like systems, sewage systems, drainage systems, pipe systems to like transfer water to like all over the world, like throughout all different buildings, and to parts of the world where it's not as easily accessible. And that's awesome. Also, I've literally only just remembered as I was talking about this, but I found this out on a school trip once. I think there are only 2 substances that we know of where the solid form of that substance will float in the liquid form of that substance. And I'm not exactly sure why it happens. I'm sure it was explained to us, I can't remember. But one of them is water. So the solid form of water, ice, floats in the liquid form of water, which is water. And I think there's only one other liquid or substance that is the case for. I can't remember what it is. Really, really niche and not a common substance at all. It's got a scientific name and all of that. But water's the main one. And that's the reason why having ice in your drinks works so well. And it's the reason why we get all of these lovely ice caps and glaciers that float in the ocean. So yeah, absolutely fantastic substance water is. And it's many, many uses. And again, like I said, it's not just that it has uses. It's the fact that it's the opposite of inconvenient. If you get it on you, if you spill a glass of water, who cares? As long as it doesn't go near electricity or anything. But again, we've got safety measures in place for that. People can waterproof things that are electric, right? It's not that hard. And it's so, other than that, it's the least inconvenient thing to just get anywhere, right? It's just absolutely brilliant. I love water. And especially the fact that rain is made of water. That's the best thing. Because like I said, if there was any other substance, it would be pretty terrible all round, I think, at least in one aspect. But the fact that it's water is excellent. And even if you get caught out in the rain, you can be cleaner than you were before the rain, which is pretty cool. And yeah, I think a lot of people don't appreciate how awesome rain is, because obviously, understandably, a lot of people don't want to get wet, when we've got this far as a species, and realising that generally it's just nicer to be dry than wet. Yeah, fair enough. But at the same time, think of it the other way around. Think how much worse it could be if it was anything different. So yeah, the next time it rains and you're caught out in it, remember this, because it could be so much worse. Yeah, shout out water. Go drink some water right now and appreciate it more than you otherwise would. Yeah, that's about it for me today. See you tomorrow.